Hey everybody, Ripley Sartain from Wisconsin Wonder Gardens, and today I'm going to show you guys how to take your own cuttings from a rosemary plant just like this one. So what I have here is a hill hardy rosemary plant that I just got in the ground a couple of weeks ago, and what I decided to do was give you guys a video on how to take your own cuttings from it. One of the pros to taking cuttings of any plant, especially herbs, is the fact that you're going to have identical characteristics as the mother plant. So when you take your cuttings, you just want to make sure that the piece you're taking cuttings from is a fairly young growth. It doesn't have any signs of damage or disease. You've been taking care of it for the past couple of weeks. It's not stressed out. It's been well watered. Basically, you just want to make sure that you have a healthy plant. Let's take a closer look and see how to take this cutting. So as you can tell, this is a fairly small plant. So I'll rest easy in the fact that most of these branches here, any of one of these would be okay to take a cutting from. So all we're going to do is hop in there. I'm going to take one that is a couple inches out. So this branch here where we took the cutting is going to split into two more branches and then go ahead and fill out the plant a little bit more. I'll do that instead of going all the way back into the base of the plant. So we're going to take this cutting too. This looks like a nice one. Again, a few inches out from it. It's really your decision if you want to take it a few inches out or not. It's you just got to think about how you want the plant to be shaped in the future. Let's take one more. I got 3 cuttings there. That seems to be a nice one right here. Okay. Alright, so here are the cuttings that we took. Now these need a little bit more preparation before they're ready. Let's go see what we have to do next. Alright, so with the cuttings you just took from the rosemary plant, all we're going to do is strip off all of these leaves and petals here. You're going to want to do a little bit less than half of the plant. I'm going to do about a third. Just like that, you strip it off and then repeat it with the other ones as well. Just like that, we have our 4 cuttings that are ready to be planted. Now you can do this in 2 different ways. If you would like, you can put them in water right away, or you can put them in soil. If you're going to put them in water, all you're going to do is pop them right down like that and keep them in there until they produce roots from the portion of your cutting where you took off the leaves and stems. And usually you can expect this to be about 10 days, give or take. Once you start to see the roots develop in the water, you can then place it in the soil. Again, like I say in most of my videos, this is a preference deal. It's really up to you. But if you're going to use soil, all you got to do is put it in, I would say about ½ an inch. Make sure you get at least 1 node. I try and get 2 nodes in there. Put it in the soil and then pat it down a little bit. I'm actually going to put both of these in this one pot here because I plan on planting them together anyways. When you plant them directly in soil, here's what you're going to do for watering. Water them with a light sprinkle once a day. Once a day for just about 2 weeks. And after that point, you can water them sparingly once every 2 days. And once you have these rooted out, you're going to stick to the once every 2 day rules. At this point, you're going to wait a few weeks and then you'll start to see you can give a tug on the plant or even take it out of the soil and see the root system that you've got developing. Basically, a good rule of thumb is the older the plant, the less you water it. But when they're young like this and you just took the cuttings, it's very important to water it at least a little bit every single day if you put it right in the soil. Well, that concludes my video on taking cuttings from your very own rosemary plant. I hope you guys get out there and try this for yourself and get a bunch of these awesome, wonderful plants growing out in your garden. Stay tuned for more gardening adventures. Once again, it's Ripley Sartain with Wisconsin Wonder Garden.